So now is the day I'm watching the Vikings. Wild card game, and they're winning. Anyway, today's the day I'm gonna finally put away my Christmas stuff. Noah's hanging out in one of the boxes. I actually got a second bin. I already had it. I just didn't bring it in yet. I'm gonna put away my Christmas stuff. And what's really fun about Christmas, well, Halloween and Christmas, because I've got Halloween stuff too, but Halloween snuck up on me this year, so I didn't put out any of my Halloween stuff. But what I like about having that stuff out and being able to put everything away, at least I don't have to worry about that anymore, is the fact that now I get to rethink how I want stuff to be displayed. So this is kind of a rebirth thing. New year, new, not decor, but new like place where the decor is gonna go. So it'll be fun. So even though I'm not gonna do a main channel video on this, I thought it'd be fun for me to go ahead and put everything back in new places and then kind of show you guys what I did this time. I do know that I want to focus more on my Power Ranger stuff being behind my videos, and only just of course because obviously I talk more about Power Rangers these days than I do about anime, so it makes better sense. But we'll see what I put where it makes sense for me. Ooh, well, apparently this is a bad call for the Saints because Peyton's real upset, which I'm okay with. I hate Peyton. I like the Saints, I just don't like their head coach. Anyway, but yeah, so that's what I'm working on now. I had such a good morning. I was late to my church, which was really bad because I was the assistant minister this morning. So when I wasn't showing up, they were all like, what's going on? And so I got there, pulled into the parking lot at 8:30, which is when church starts. And then I left and went and had brunch with friends that I all know pretty much through GeekCon, kind of. So, well, I mean, actually, technically, yes. Because I met Zari because of GeekCon, even though... Yeah, so actually all of them I know through GeekCon. Actually, that's not true. I did meet Adam before being involved with GeekCon at all, because Adam was dating that girl. And he was actually in a couple Mission Otaku videos, too. But yeah, they were dating, and actually, so I met him in 2009, when she and I went to Detour together. But yeah, so I actually knew Adam before GeekCon, before I was ever attached to GeekCon of anyway. So Adam I actually know, out of all of those people, I actually know Adam the longest, which is weird because I feel like I'm closest with Sari, but anyway. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and work on this, figure out what I'm going to do with everything this go round, and go from there. So here's check-in number 1. This is a mess right now, but that's fine. But here's what the behind my videos are going to look like now, which is kind of cool. So let's get a close-up of it. So because Gundam is still a very important piece, I have my Gundam Wing book here, Setsuna here. And then I said my Ryuk figure really doesn't get enough love. He sits with my other Death Note things. So, I mean, he gets enough love, but like I want him in my videos. So have him here. I slipped my Death Note in the back here, just to kind of give him purpose. Here are my Lightning figures with Shattered Grid. And then the Psychopath, which I wasn't as impressed with it as I was wanting to be, but it was a good comic. And I mean, I just love anything Psycho Rangers, so keep writing Psycho Ranger stuff. And then I have my Lion King pops here. I got Banzai Shenzi and Ed, and then Luo Pumbaa, Mufasa, and then Luo Timon, my graduation bear, and Sorcerer Mickey. So this is what this is gonna look like. So I still have top of my TV, or not top of my TV, top of my refrigerator, top of this, which this is all gonna change as well because the pictures on there are gonna go back to my anime stuff. And then on top of my anime collection, the only thing I don't know what to do with right now is my karate trophy, because I usually put it up on top of the mantle, but I kind of like the way that whole thing looks right there. So there's really no good place for it because it used to go where Sorcerer Mickey is. So I'll have to see where that's going to end up going, but it's down there right now. But I got to figure out where that's going to go. I don't want it on my bed because that's like my travel stuff. So I got to figure that out. But I got to figure where this is going to go. But that's all gonna go. All of my anime stuff now is all gonna go on the anime shelf. So even the stuff that's hanging out on my manga shelf there, except for Gomon. Gomon's gonna stick to where he's at. That's how that works. And I don't know what I did with my first movie. I have it somewhere. I was watching the Vikings game. The Vikings won. So off to San Francisco next week, which is terrifying. And if we win there, then off to the NFC Championship. If we beat the 49ers, it'd be like, oh, we got to the freaking Super Bowl. It's not gonna happen. It's fine. So, because I started putting the Turbo movie back out. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my Turbo movie either. I'll have to figure that out. I need to rethink some things. I think my Turbo movie might go back here somewhere. Gotta find Goldar. And I gotta make it not look like Lord Draken is trying to destroy Zed. Nova was up there and she just did that. It was not me. It's so funny because I shared with my friends last night on our group chat, my YouTube friends, and in our group chat, and then I realized, oh shoot, Dylan might think that I accidentally like spoiled Shattered Grid because I said Lord Draken already killed Goldar and now he's after Lord Zed. I was like, oh no, I hope Dylan doesn't think I spoiled it. So then I said that Nova hid Goldar, which is true. But yeah, the way that I initially said it, I was like, oh shoot, I wonder if Dylan's gonna think that I like spoiled Shattered Grid because I haven't even read it yet. I've started it, but then I realized I need to read into it because it's not just a standalone story. So I need to get the other volumes first that lead up to Shattered Grid, where like the Psychopath, as long as you have finished the current like television show Psycho Ranger stuff. I don't know if they were gonna bring them back. It'd be cool if they did. I'd love it. The current like Psycho Ranger story is finished on television at this point, so as long as you've seen all that, you can read that and be fine. There are definitely spoilers in it though, because obviously like it's set at after everything is said and done. I'm at the point in Lost Galaxy now where I've seen the team up, and so I've seen the team up twice this week, and I'm thinking about it and I'm thinking, did they just not ask Zane to come back? Because like I hope he was just busy, because like Zane's not in it and that makes me sad. Anyway, whatever. But yeah, so I'm gonna keep going. I do like the way that looks. That way maybe I can even like sometimes move the way I film to like just that angle. I don't know, we'll see. But I like the way it looks. I like the way this looks too. Like I like how this is set up right now a lot, except for up there, obviously. But I'm gonna eventually get rid of this TV and get like just a small like smart TV that goes right there. So it's gonna change, and then I'm gonna do shelves up there, like floating shelves up there, and that's where most of the pops are actually gonna go, is up there. I'm gonna have a lot more like space to like put some of these pops I just don't know what to do with, or like the plushies that Nova thinks are hers, and she keeps trying to go after Gomamon, which is why he's migrated up to the very tip top shelf. Anyway, all right, I need to figure out. Nova's really having fun over the fact that there's nothing on that right now, except for my centerpiece from Yankee. All right, back to work. I'm thinking about turning on Lost Galaxy, but I also kind of want to pay attention, because that's kind of the point of watching the Sentai and then watching the corresponding Power Ranger season, is that you're paying attention. So I don't want it on just as background. I do that sometimes in the morning, but also because I've seen, like I saw Lost Galaxy, like I watched Lost Galaxy like a year ago. So like it's still somewhat fresh in my brain. So when did I watch Lost Galaxy? I don't remember. It might be actually longer than that now. I don't remember, but I know I watched it because I rewatched SPD and I rewatched RPM and I rewatched Lost Galaxy, and that's what kind of started me rewatching a lot of Power Ranger seasons that I liked. And then this is now the last one that I've seen again of those. So I rewatched RPM, I rewatched Lost Galaxy, and I rewatched SPD. And that's why I want to redo my like ranking all Power Ranger seasons, because I don't necessarily agree with it anymore. Like the list, I don't necessarily agree with it anymore, because when I made that list, I hadn't watched a lot of those in like a long time, basically since 2013. So I rewatched a lot of them, and I feel like redoing that list and like maybe unlisting that one video and like redoing it, because I think the list would be very different now. Still a lot of the same complaints about like all the seasons. It's just they're in different positions. But yeah, so I might do that at some point. But I have all the like color rangers that I'm ranking and stuff. So Nova, you ignoring me? You're acknowledging the fact that I'm talking to you. Anyway, but yeah. So anyway, I better get back to work and do this thing. God, speaking of which, I have to go back to work tomorrow. It's been busy the last 2 days. Well, Thursday and Friday was busy. I haven't been at work since Friday, but yeah, it's been really busy at work. So hopefully it's going to start to dwindle down a little bit. I've had like nearly 40 calls Thursday and just over 30 on Friday. So fun. And here's my second check-in. I got the anime bookshelf done. So again, let's do a close-up. So I have this Dragon Ball Z VHS set. Kyle-chan sent these to me a long time ago. They're the Vancouver dub for Dragon Ball Z. I got the picture of me and Gabe plus Saji, who he played in Gundam 00. Because if you guys don't know, I kept finding Saji's card after Gabe passed away. And so I just decided to put it right there with our picture. Because I feel like every time I see it, it's like Gabe saying hello. And I feel like maybe that's why I kept finding it everywhere. So message received, Gabe. Here's where my Gundam stuff is. So this is one of Buster's guns, but I can't seem to get it to sit well. Buster's broken. 00 is broken. Thank you, Nova. Even a little bit of Epion is broken. Like the very tip of the whip is broken. Thank you, Nova. And then here's Blitz, which is Gabe's character's Gundam. I have my centerpiece right here, and I have the starters. I think that's the correct order that they are in the game, and then I'll have to double check real quick. I know Squirtle's in the center, and then my Pokedex from the 90s or 2000s or whatever that came out. There are my Death Note pops, and then the picture of Michael and me. I need to get some more printed out of like me and Scott, me and Brad, to put them out as well. And then the other VHS set that I have of Dragon Ball Z, of the Vancouver dub Dragon Ball Z, and then my Vegeta pop. There we go. I am pretty much done with up there. I think there's a couple more things I'm going to put up there. That's going to be a little boring. But then I still need to design right here, which I'll get to next, because that's going to be a little bit easier, because again, that's my travel stuff. So there's like books that I have put over here for the Christmas time that are going to go up there. Like my dictionaries, my language dictionaries. So like I have my Norwegian to English dictionary. I have a French to English dictionary, and I should have a Spanish one too. And they also have a Japanese one, because there's one point where I thought I could teach myself Japanese. I can barely teach myself Polish, so there's that. But yeah, so those are going to go up there. I've got this Chinese painting book that my mom found actually recently that I loved recreating paintings with watercolor back when I was doing a lot of watercolor. So I might go up there. But yeah, then I've got my Poland book, which is a fictional story, but about Poland. And then I've got Poles of Minnesota, and then Lingo right down here. These. So Poland, which my parents got me for Christmas last year. And then Poles in Minnesota, which I bought because I thought I was going to do my final thesis for Minnesota history on Poles in Minnesota. Because originally when we first started the semester, he said that we were going to be able to do whatever we wanted. So I immediately wrote down Poles in Minnesota because I wanted to like find a reason to learn more about why my family settled here, why my grandpa's family, I mean, settled here, and figure out more about like that and the fact that like Minnesota's full of Polish people. I never really knew that until like relatively recently. But then I ended up not finishing reading it, even though it's like this tiny, tiny book, because then I found out that we weren't actually going to do that. So it ended up being about Bryant Avenue, which runs through most of the Twin Cities. But yeah. And then Lingo, which is a memoir about this person who decided to travel across all of Europe and just learn about like the different European countries. And Poland is in here, so I'm very excited to eventually read it. But yeah, I think those are all the travel books that I have, plus the, like I said, the dictionaries. Oh, and then I have this will go up on top of the fridge. These books will go up on top of the fridge because I tend to have, so it's Catnips and then Dogma. They're just little like, essentially like bathroom reads. Looks like Nova started chewing on them. I got them actually as a senior. I think I had just graduated high school. I think I got them as a graduation gift from one of my former teachers, and they go up there because I have the ashes of Corvette and Casey up there. I should put Dakota and Winter up there too. They're down here. I know exactly where they are, so maybe I'll put them up there too now. But because I have the animals up there and their favorite toys, or well, the like newspaper thing is, I'll get to it, but the newspaper thing is Jack's favorite toy. Jack, we don't have his ashes. But Jack was the dog I would have grown up with had a drunk driver not sped up to hit him. So, but yeah, he was like a year and a half old when he died. But his favorite toy was this like this newspaper squeaky toy. But yeah. All right, so back to work. I need to do my headboard and my fridge, but since they're both small spaces, I'll just do one more update when I'm done. And I'm done. So we've done there, we have done there, and now we've done on top of my bed, and we have done on top of my fridge. So let's take a look. So here's the way my top of my bed looks. So over here, this is a digital photo frame. My plan is to put all the pictures that I ever take of when I am out somewhere else, like when I was in Detroit or when I was in Vancouver or when I go to Disney World. Pictures like that are just going to play on this all the time. That is actually not a travel thing, and I'm so sad that it's like so worn. There will be a video on my main channel, story time, not necessarily a wine story time, because it's not, I mean, guess technically partially part of the reasons why I drink, because I got bullied for it, but we're gonna talk about that some other time. There's a picture of Vancouver. Over here we've got, this is a boomerang that I got from Sarah and Chad. Subscribe to the Snyder family. Sarah Bull, I mean, it's still called Sarah Bull, but they're running it as the Snyder family now. When they went to Australia on their honeymoon. Here are my dictionaries, and then there's that art book, and then here is my Polish books, or the, you know, this isn't just Poland, but I got it because of the Poland. And then this is a picture of Ocean Studios, which is my favorite place for dubs in anime. And I took this picture when I was in Vancouver last time, so that was fun. And top of the fridge, kind of boring. So I made this, I think it was in 8th grade when I made that. It's a Howling Wolf. And then my Dogma and Catnips book. This is Jack's favorite toy. That was Corvette's favorite toy. This is Corvette. The wooden box is Casey. And then in this bag is actually Dakota and Winter. They were both kind of put, I mean, actually I think Dakota is literally just a bag of ashes in there. And then Winter is a bag of ashes inside of like this weird tin looking thing. So I just put Winter in there with Dakota, but at some point my mom and I are going to do something different. But yeah, so those are my pets that have passed. But yeah, so that's up there. I still have a mess down here. This is all tissue paper that's been ripped apart now by Nova, but it's all that's just gonna be thrown away because I'm gonna replace all of my tissue paper for next year because it's in bad shape. I still need to figure out what to do with this. And I still have to figure out what to do with this stuff. So that was actually sent to me by Amy Jo Johnson because I helped fund one of her movies. And then these are just Ninja Turtle comics that I found at Half Price Books a million years ago. And then that's my Anime Detour staff lanyard, which I used to be super proud of being Anime Detour staff, but now I don't even know what's going to happen. I don't even know if I'm going to detour this year. I might. I know one of the guests that's coming back for sure. I'm not going to say who it is because they haven't announced any guests. It's fine. But I really just got, and eventually it'll be a wine story time because I've decided I'm not going to not, like, again, kind of like I said about GeekCon, nobody made me sign an NDA, so I'm going to sing like Canary. Actually, I think that's what I said on Facebook. Anyway, but yeah, so eventually there'll be a wine story time, but I want to be less angry about it. I want to be less hurt by it. I want to be less like, just pissed. And there's more to the story that's going to possibly come. So, and it's something that I maybe want Sari to do with me. I mean, she won't be drinking wine, but still, maybe I want her to come over here and we'll sit on my couch and tell the story ourselves. And there might be one last chapter in that story. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not really talking about it much, but yes. So that's my new setup, and I like it. I'm sure Nova's going to knock over all of the Gundam models. I don't think she's going to do too much on top of my fireplace, but we'll see. But yeah, so that's my setup now, and I'm excited. I like it. I like the way it looks. It looks put together where I feel like in other parts it looked cluttered before. So I like the way it looks now. It looks nice. But yeah, so I just got to figure out what to do with the last of it. And then I'll be done for good. So I got my normal pillows back out. And yeah, that's all we got. So I guess I'll see you guys next time. It feels so nice to actually, I mean, it's starting to get a little painful because I've been holding this up for so long and I've been doing this all like evening so far. So it feels good to have my back kind of back to normal. My normal, which is still pretty shitty. But yeah, anyway, I gotta rest my shoulder now. Okay, bye. Hey, ready, Nova? Go get it. You ready for me to throw it again? Where'd it go? There it is. Ready? Go get it. You ready for me to throw it again? All right, ready? Go get it. You didn't bring it back this time. Are you done playing fetch? Okay, good night, baby.